and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our NBA video for Wednesday, December 29th. We have a 9-game slate. Hope you guys had a good day. Hope you guys had a profitable night. And we're going to dive into this as we build lineups for Draftkings, Fanduel, Superdraft, and Yahoo. So, a lot to unravel, and we're going to dive right in. We'll start with Draftkings. We'll start with point guard. You got Luke is out. You got Trae Young at 11 going up against Chicago. Chicago's not an easy place to, an easy team to play against. So, I mean, Trae Young's matchup proof, but I'm still not gonna go jumping for joy for 11K. Trae Young. You got Lillard at 10-6 against Utah. Another tough matchup. Lillard's always in the player pool, but matchup's a little tough. So we'll circle back to that. Westbrook, don't want to pay 10-5 for Westbrook even without AD. Listen, this man, Westbrook is very he put up 60 today, 17 shots, 35 minutes. And he did good today. But usually he's 9 for 19, 10 for 20, 12 for 20 is okay, 4 for 20. 4 for 20, still have 49 fantasy points. Yo, he's good for fantasy, but man, he's not efficient at all. He's okay. He's an okay price, but he's gonna really take a lot of shots to fulfill his fantasy needs, to fulfill his salary. So I'll come back to him also. LaMelo's fine. Cade Cunningham is almost 10K. I want to know what type of crack Draftkings is smoking. Cade Cunningham is not in the player pool. Shai Gilgeous against Phoenix, another tough matchup. He's in the player pool. Levert is 9-1. Ja looks the best so far. He's 8-8. Halliburton 8-6 is fine against Dallas. Booker 8-4 against Booker. Against Oklahoma looks good. Brogdon, I'm not really going to touch Brogdon until he's healthy. Chris Paul 8K is a crime. Fox at 7,900 is okay. Brunson is fine, but you're still going to need about 45 fantasy points. Ali Burke 72, I'm cool. Trae Young. Tyler Hero, I'm sorry, it's late, I'm tired. Tyler Hero 6'9 is okay. Kemba Walker is okay. You just want to make sure Kemba Walker's keeping his minutes. As long as he's playing his minutes, up 33. He went 3 for 11, but that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but he was on a monster run. So 43, 41, 70, and 45. So he was due to cool down, but he's still in play. Derek White is in play. Mike Conley. Let me tell you something. I always say this about Mike Conley, especially when Mitchell is playing. He's going to give you 30 minutes and 30 fantasy points. That's exactly what you're seeing. This right here, 31 minutes, 22 points, 41 fantasy points. Mike Conley's okay. I mean, I would want to pay like $5,800 for him, like $5,700. That's what he should be priced at. 66 without Mitchell is not the end of the world. Mike Conley's in play. Bledsoe's in play. Rozier's in play. Rozier was in play last game when he was 6,000. I think I mentioned that. He put up 44 fantasy points. It's funny, the trolls never talk about when I give them good plays, but the trolls want to get on Want to get in my comments and talk about foolishness. That's what I don't get. I really sit here and really try to give out winning plays so you guys can make money and be profitable. But, you know, Terry Rose is a good play. Marcus Smart's okay. Clarkson without Mitchell used to be a lock. 32, 9 for 21, 8, 5, 2 steals. I'm not looking for him to give us 43 fantasy points again, but he should be able to give us high 30s. He's 5,800. That's a fine price. Clarkson's in play. Terrence Mann's in play. Gabe Vincent. See, what you gotta do, what you gotta understand, players like Gabe Vincent, when Butler was out, was playing with Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry's not in anymore. Butler's in. So you gotta kind of sit back and see how Gabe Vincent's gonna play, how he's gonna mesh with Jimmy Butler. You can't expect him to give you the same productivity that he did with Lowry, because Butler's got to get used to him. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of moving parts of DFS, but let's just see how he did. 35 minutes, 26 fantasy points. So he's playing high 30s a minute, which you like. He's getting the shots, 11, 13, 9, 14, and 9. And he's getting some steals. Gabe Vincent's still in play. Sometimes people ask me, they say, when you look back last 4 games, what are you looking for? I'm looking for trends. I'm looking to see if you're on a downtick or uptick. If you're, your last 4 games, you're playing 30 minutes, and you're getting 30 fantasy points, and the probability of you continuing that is pretty much decent. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for patterns. And I haven't been playing Gabe Vincent because I want to see how he does with Butler with no Lowry, because that matters. Payton Pritchard, no Marcus Smart, no Schroeder, then you play Payton Pritchard. Payton Pritchard is a good fantasy player. Alright, let's see exactly what Payton Pritchard is. Payton Pritchard, where are you, buddy? Where are you? He must be a shooting guard. Hold on. Pritchard is... Oh, I know what happened. Give me 1 second. I'm on the wrong slate. Give me 1 second. So, our boy Payton Pritchard is a... Payton Pritchard is a 0.86 fantasy point per minute player. His usage is at an 18.92, and that's going to only go up without Marcus Smart, no Tatum, and no Schroeder. So we want to watch the Marcus Smart news. So no Marcus Smart, no Schroeder, Pritchard's in play. And I have him for 29 minutes, which is going to also go up with no Tatum and no Schroeder and no Schroeder. So Payton is in play. If you play Superdraft, Payton Pritchard is a monster on Superdraft if he starts. So keep that in mind also. I'm not paying for Kobe White. His usage is too low with Levine and DeRozan and Vucevic. I think for now that's as low as we're gonna go. We're gonna jump to shooting guard. Levine is 10-1. Usually I'll you hear me crying about it, but nothing really you could do. Pick your choice. Levine and Brown. I'd probably take Brown. I think they're a wash. I think they're the same. Tomorrow they're going to be the same player. I got Jaylen Brown projected for 41.35 fantasy points, and I have Levine for 40.35. So, like I said, I got them projected for the same fantasy points. I give Brown a little bit of an edge because he's not going to have Tatum, and he may not have Brown or Schroeder. So I actually give Brown the edge. It's $100 cheaper too, if that means anything. However, Levine's in play, Brown's in play. We spoke about LaMelo. Cunningham is not in play at 9,500. Now, if Cunningham was playing a fast-paced team, he'd be in my player pool. But he's playing the Knicks. I'm good on that. You know what you need with 9,500 if you want to be in a winning lineup. Just so we know, so we're all on the same page. You need 47.5 fantasy points just to hit 5 times value. Just to hit 5 times value. You're going to need 57 fantasy points if you want to cash. So you feel in your heart, deep in your soul, that K. Cunningham can give you 57 fantasy points, you play him. Halliburton, we spoke about that. Yep. Okay. Everybody dual position now, so it's like we're just running through these breakdowns. Derek White, yep, we said that. Cam Reddish did well. Trae Young's first game back, 40 minutes, 44 fantasy points. Cam Reddish is a great fantasy player. He's getting up there in price though. I'm not gonna say he's overpriced, but he's gonna be low owned. So I think he's establishing himself as a serious player. You got Trae Young and a bunch of nobodies. I don't even know who these people are. E.B. Watson, A.J. Lawson, they're not playing. You got Reddish, Skylar Mays, Lance Stevenson. Herder's out, Gallinari's out, Louis Cabarro's out. All the power forwards are out. This is sick. Alright, well, you know what? You play Cam Reddish, period. You play him. You play Cam Reddish. Listen to what I'm saying. Play Cam Reddish. You play Cam Reddish. That's all it is to it. With the information that I have right now, Cam Reddish is a lot. This is why we do these videos, so we could take time to, see who has advantages, who makes sense. And this is what we just realized. Cam Reddish, you play Cam Reddish. Amadou Diallo always pops up in projections as some type of end-all be-all great fantasy projected player, and unless I'm bugging, he's never done anything. Detroit's been short for a few games now. 15, 25, 28, 31. Nothing spectacular. He finally had a good game on the 26th. 39 minutes, 13 for 19 shooting, 3 steals, 1 block. So it's a lot of peripherals. 39 fantasy points. Amadou Diallo is an average player. If it was Amadou Diallo by himself on Detroit, taking all the shots, I still wouldn't pay $6,200 for him. Listen, he might grade out well, he might not. I'm not playing him. If you play him, good luck. Baines in play. We spoke about Clarkson, Fournier. Gun to my head. Shoot me. Frank Jackson's in play. 22, 20, 39, 34. 15, 8, 31, and 25 fantasy points. I want to make sure with Detroit that, alright, you got Cunningham, no point. You got Cunningham, Walton Jr. Is this Jerome? No, this is Justin Robinson. So you got Cunningham by himself if he plays. Literally. You got all the shooting guards available. You got Diallo, Frank Jackson. You got Sadiq Bey, Diallo. No centers. You got Luke Garza. What did he do? Still can't even get 30 minutes. I don't know, man. Detroit's a scary team. Alright. Duarte. I'm good. Cody Martin. No thanks. Duncan Robinson. Last 5 games, 16, 31, 11, 15, and 34. Fantasy points, 35 minutes, 16. This man took 16 3-point shots. He's a man that lived by the sword and died by the sword. Listen, when I become rich and I have money to throw away, I'll start playing Duncan Robinson. Until then, I'm cool. Josh Richardson is back. That does affect. If Marcus Smart is playing, then that affects Brown a little bit. If Marcus Smart is out and Schroeder is out, Josh Richardson shouldn't really affect Jaylen Brown too much, as they will need both of them to score. So, Josh Richardson, if he starts at 4,900, is in play. If he starts. If he's not in play, if he's not starting, he's still in play, but not as much. Just pay attention to news. I'm good on Mikal Bridges. I'm good on all these guys down here. I'm cool. Malik Monk. Malik Monk is good when he starts. Ingles. Joe Ingles, if he starts, he's in play. Malik Monk, Joe Ingles, more Joe Ingles, but if they start, you play him. Skylar Mays. $17 minutes off the bench for Trae Young back. Not in play. Paul George. Well, he's out. Levine. Butler is too cheap. Butler is too cheap at 9,300. $36 minutes. 8 rebounds, 15 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 65 fantasy points. I'm not saying he's going to give me 65 fantasy points again, but he's going to have to do a lot for that team. And he's the type that when the team needs him, he shows up. Jimmy Butler's a bona fide lock on Draftkings. Sadiq Bey. I don't really like the trade like that. Gordon Hayward let me down, but I always know Rossman Gordon Hayward. It's a chance he might not do anything, so never mad at him. Mad at myself. You could take a shot at Caleb Martin if he starts. I think he was a late start today. Max Struss got scratched late. Caleb took his place. 8 shots. I don't really like the 8 shots business, but 29 minutes. Last man in, I guess not the end of the world, 3,900. Kenrich Williams. You know, people be so high on him when Thunder is light. When he starts, oh, you gotta play KENRICH Williams. And I be saying to myself, why? I don't really recall him doing anything. Last 5 games, 23, 16, 21, 21, and 28 minutes. Fantasy points, 19, 8, 14, 17, and 22. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. But what's the real hype about KENRICH Williams if he's done nothing for us lately? I'm not understanding. Why would we be rostering KENRICH Williams and he's barely cracking 5 times value? He hit 5 times value once at 4K. He was even cheaper than that before, 3,600, 3,700. What are we rostering? Don't we want to win? I'm not understanding. Play KENRICH Williams. Oh, KENRICH Williams, he's trash. Listen, we're playing daily fantasy sports, right? And his fantasy numbers from the last few days have been trash, so therefore he's trash. What good is he to us if he can't produce fantasy numbers? We're playing fantasy. We're playing fantasy sports. He's not producing fantasy numbers, so therefore he's useless. People need to stop talking about players that they like and start talking about players that produce fantasy points that match their salaries. Okay? This is craziness. This guy is trash. KENRICH Williams. Gotta be fucking kidding me. Jingles is in play. And that's it. People like playing Romeo Langford too. I'll be in contests and I'll be peeking to see where these people are playing. I'll be seeing Romeo Langford. You're playing. You got all these people in the world to play, and you choose to play Romeo Langford. Listen, I'm not saying he's the worst player in the world, but just because somebody's coming off the bench and starting don't mean you play him. 8, 25, 31, 26, and 36. 4, 3. Yo, you gotta be kidding me. 4, 3, 28, 14, and 28. So he's had 2 decent games in 5 games, but people be so gung-ho to roster him when he starts. Why would you play him head-to-head? Why would you play him in cash? Like, honestly, if I'm playing you in cash and I see you if I look at your lineup, I see Romeo Langford, I know I won already, because you're gonna lose. You don't play Romeo Langford in cash. Jesus Christ, some of these players make me laugh. Like, you gotta be kidding me, Romeo Langford. Get out of here. Here's another popular one. It's not for me though. It's not for me. Let me get out of small forward. Small forward is hilarious. Let me get out of here. Small forward is always weak. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that was great. LeBron's in play. Randall's in the player pool. He has a great matchup, but I don't know if I'm paying 10-8 for him. DeRozan's in play. Horford's in play. Jared Jackson Jr. is in play. I got bad luck with Keldon Johnson. You can play him if you like. Me too's not in play. Sacramento's back to full strength. Yep, 19 and 17 minutes. Listen, I don't care what you did. If you're playing 19 and 17 minutes, you're not for me. Dort's in play. Bogdanovich is in play. Melo's in play. I think Melo went off tonight. Yeah, Melo went off last few nights. 39 minutes, 48 fantasy points. 28 minutes, 43 fantasy points. Melo's in play. Nazir Little's in play. I had him and took him out my lineup last minute. 34 minutes, 48 fantasy points. A lot of stocks. Assists, blocks, steals. Good fantasy player. Nazir Little. You know what? Nurkic is out. I'm going into Nazir Little. We're not even going to play around today. Players like this that don't need to score to fill up their stats, to fill up their fantasy points, man, those guys are amazing. Listen, unless one of these guys get hurt, they're going to come through. I can guarantee it. Alright, you got Gobert, Vooch, and I thought Vooch is another monster. I don't know what got into him. 34, 35, 30, 33, 34. 15, 17, 18, 10, 19 shots. This man's getting a shot. Listen, you know what? You playing Vucevic too. We're not even playing around. But Vooch is a monster. Capella's gonna be busy. Capella's gonna be very busy against Vooch tomorrow. Good luck with that, buddy. You got Miles Turner. Okay. Bobby Williams is okay. Jacob Poeltl is fine. Rich Holmes let me down. 5,500 and you still let me down. $10, $17, $13, $25. He got hurt in his eye and his minutes came down. When he gets healthy, I'll play him again. McGee. What happened to you, McGee? What you do, McGee? I'll tell you what he did. I'll tell you what McGee did. 22 minutes, 15 fantasy points. Should we even go back to him again? Or will he let us down again? I mean, if he can't be productive against OKC, or should we get his backup? Should we go get his backup? Jalen Smith was killing it. Then we need to play his backup. 29 minutes, 9 rebounds, 1 steal, 28 fantasy points. Listen, man, I'm giving you McGee one last chance. Giving you one last chance, boy. I think you should be fine against OKC. Alright, we're gonna jump to Fanduel. Listen. No speech. You're new here? Subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video, let YouTube know that you appreciate me trying to help you win money. And we're just gonna jump right into it and keep going. Alright, wow. It's a lot to take in here. Lillard is too cheap, 9K. I don't care who he's playing. DeRozan is too cheap. Levine is too cheap. Jimmy Butler is criminally cheap. I'm playing Braun. I don't even care. He's that good. Miles Turner. Melo's in the groove. He's playing minutes. I want to see something. I'm looking for someone. Jalen Smith is kind of pricey. Tell me, is there little only point guard, only small forward eligible? Tell me they didn't do that. Here he is. Oh, he's priced up. Wow. Whatever. If you want him, you want him, right? Oh no, he's only small forward eligible. I can't get him. I can't get him for power forward. Nope. He's only small forward. Okay. That's fine. That's fine, you geeks. I'll pick up Robert Williams at 6,500. Man, that's tempting. That's very tempting. 22 minutes. Look, his minutes went down. 22 minutes. But he had 4 blocks, 36 fantasy points. If you play Robert Williams when he's playing with Al Horford, he's gonna need those stocks. That's the thing. Al Horford's playing 34 minutes. Man, I'm playing Al Horford. I'm playing Al Horford at 7K. Mr. Reliable. Alright, what are we doing at center? 48. No Rich Holmes for me. Mason Plumlee actually played well the last game. 28 minutes. 15, 9, 3, 3, and 2. 43 fantasy points. $5,500. Alright, this is what we're going to do. Because one of our subscribers mentioned him, and it made me take a closer look. No Miles Bridges, no PJ Washington. You play Mason Plumlee. That's what we're doing. So you got Mason Plumlee, Al Horford, Braun, Jimmy, and Lillard. If you want to try to save a little bit more money, who else we have at power forward? Al Horford, Jaren Jackson against the Lakers. Jaren Jackson against the Lakers is supreme. Everybody against the Lakers is amazing. That's who you're playing. Actually, that's what we're doing. You target the Lakers. What I told you about, did y'all see my thumbnail? My thumbnail was the Rockets, right? And they put up like 120. Listen, y'all guys gotta stop playing with me, because I'll be calling it 8,600. We're targeting the Lakers. That's what we're doing. We're targeting the Lakers, and we're bringing it back with Braun. You want to get value in, you could throw in Carmelo, you could throw in Malik Monk. You do whatever you want to do. That's what we're doing. That's our method of attack. Alright, so Fanduel starter 5 is done. I know this is where some of you guys get off. Thanks for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And my Twitter will be up. No long speeches tonight. My Twitter will be in the thumbnail. It's linked to the YouTube. If you need any type of extra help with your lineups, just DM me and we'll work it out. Like I said, I really don't want nobody jumping on the Patreon till the 1st, because that's when they bill. They bill the 1st of each month. I wouldn't want you to sign up and then they bill you again in 2 days. So hold off on the Patreon. If you need help, I'll hit you with a day pass. I'll hit you with some pointers, or I'll hit you with I'll hit you with a day pass or whatever it is you need. So just holler at me. We'll get it we'll get it squared away. Once again, if you're new here, first time joining our show, we cover Draftkings, Fanduel. I give optimal plays for Superdraft, optimal plays for Yahoo. We do this every single day. If there's a basketball game to be played, then there's a video to be made. Subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Thank you for being here. If you're going to stick around, Superdraft is next. Alright, boys and girls. Just give me 1 second. I want to pull up my optimal Superdraft plays for today. I've been killing Superdraft. Damn near getting 500 every night. That's how crazy it is. I think I had like a 4 something tonight. Slate. This is for okay, and at guard. What do you know? Look who's my highest rated guard today. Somebody I already have locked today. KENRICH is my highest rated guard today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 2 guards, and I'm going to give you a guard, a forward, and a center. So my highest rated guard, my highest rated forward today, man, you don't even want to know. You guys don't want to know. McGee. At the center, I suggest when you're playing Superdraft, players like this that are centers, that have forward eligibility, you play them at forward and save the center for pure centers. As far as on Superdraft, players that are only qualified for center, that's what I would do. We're gonna do Capella at center. We got Capella, and then we have as far as pure centers, we have Omar, your Steven as a close second place for fantasy points for Superdraft. So Reddish, McGee, Capella, lock it in. Let's jump to Yahoo. And our 3 plays for Yahoo. Give me 1 second. We're gonna do alright, we're doing point guard, we're doing Brunson, small forward, we're doing our guy again, this guy is everywhere, KENRICH, and we'll do center. Capella, lock it in. So you're getting 3 high scoring fantasy plays for low salaries. So that's what the value is. That's going to be your Yahoo value. That's going to be the end of the video. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate all you guys. Hope you have a good night. Hope you had a productive night. If you cash, let me know in the comments. And listen, you need anything, DM me, comments, questions, throw it in the chat. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.